So I'm here with Jamie from Pattison James Associates, who's going to show me how easy it is to get my will sorted out.
So the purpose of getting a will done for most would be, to choose where your assets would go. Do you have children at all?
No.
Not gone down that route at this time. If you did, it enables you to choose guardians for your children. So again, without a will, a court would decide who your children would be looked after. So, it could be people on one side of the family or another, foster care, etc. So that's another important reason. And failing that, really to make the process easier at the time. So you could, for example, you may want to appoint your wife as the person who deals with everything, which would avoid her having to be appointed by a court. And she can then, get on with the process of closing the estate down, putting all of the assets into her name if that's what you intended, which makes it easier and cheaper for her at the time. Generally, we'd start off by showing them how a will works. For many, they've not been through the process before. So if I do that with you now, they may have things like property, savings, chattels, so all your personal possessions through work. Some people have death in service, some people have pensions, and some have life insurance. So when you die, an executor is appointed, and it's their job to really close everything down. So they would start by opening a pot like this, if you like, called your estate. Now, any assets that you own jointly would automatically pass to the joint owner of that asset. Any assets that you own yourself or that you own a share of would fall into the estate. So things that could fall in would be things like your property, savings, your personal possessions. Things like death in service would pay outside of your estate into trust. Pensions would do the same. And life insurance, we generally see it pay into your estate, though really in most cases that's better off in trust also. And so your executor would come in, add up the value of your assets. The first thing they would do from there is to repay any debts that you have that are due.
Yeah.
They would then pay any inheritance tax if there was any tax due. And then everything else that's left over is called your residue. And it's that passes down to your beneficiaries. They would then take down contact details, children's details if they had children, etc. And then get an idea of the assets that you have, so the approximate values. And you often won't see these assets named in the will. So as as things change, a year or two or three down the line, often your will still encompass, everything you own everywhere in the world, whatever it is at that time. So the wills do have a lot of longevity. But really we would be looking to understand what the values of things are, what debts you had, to be mindful of inheritance tax to make sure that things are drawn up in the most appropriate way. We always allow 2 hours as a time slot because we don't want to rush people.
Yeah.
Rarely would it take that long. I'd say an hour is generally sufficient, but at the same time, clients may well have lots of questions, so as I say, we always allow 2 hours because then you're not rushing off trying to get to the next one or leaving a job half finished. Well, the email that we send through to people says, look, thanks for booking your will appointment, we'll look forward to seeing you on this date at this time. If you can get these bits and pieces together for us, it can save a little bit of time when we're there. And really we'll ask for proof of ID, so photo ID, and a passport or a driving licence or a bus pass or something. We will ask for names and addresses of people that they might like to include in the will. If they have death in service through work, it's a good idea to ask human resources and find out how much would pay out. Often it's a multiple of your salary. Some don't have it at all. If they have life insurance policies, it's good to have the policy to hand so you can see again how much would pay out. And aside from that, that's it.
So that's it. That's me sorted. It was really simple and really quick as well. And you can get your will sorted as Pattison James Associates on Eagle Radio's Deal of the Week. You can get a single will for just £19 or a mirrored will for £29 while stocks last on our website.